The idea of working from home is one of the best things that humanity has ever been blessed with.
I was trying to be helpful.
George, shut up.
Agreed.
You get to work in your own pace, at your own time, and most importantly, in the comfort of your own space. What else could a person even want? I have worked from home for the better part of a year now. During this time, I have had two vacations, each 1 week long, gone on a total of 10 short trips, stayed over at a friend's house 2 times precisely, ordered food almost 4 times every week, and stayed inside for the rest of the time. Since I have spent so much time working from home, I think I am graduated enough to talk about this in detail. Staying at home is the dream for a lot of people. In fact, the idea of working from home precisely seems luxurious and almost a priority for so many people willing to work at all. But the idea of working from home is still new. So new that we haven't even had the chance of understanding it properly. But since I have spent well over a year working from home, I can pretty much tell you about what it really is like. After 2019, when we were forced to work from our own homes and attend a ton of Zoom meetings, a lot of people realized that working from home is not a bad idea after all. In fact, you get a lot of advantages.
Oh, my brakes! Hey, Frank, are you okay, man? Oh, my brakes! Oh, my brakes!
You don't have to commute to work, you don't have to be stuck in traffic jams, you don't have to put up with people who you don't really like, you don't have to pack your lunch every single day, you don't just have to spend a few hours every day with your family. You get to do a lot of things when you're working from home, and that definitely is something which a lot of people really want. But there are still a few things that a lot of people don't talk about when they're working from home, and I will talk about a few of these things. I know a lot of people who like to call themselves introvert. They don't like to interact with people. They don't want to keep up appearances with people. They don't like just acquaintances. They like their own space. They like their own freedom. They like doing things on their own. And there are billions of people like that. I am also one of those people. I like doing things in my own space at my own pace. And while that is great for the most part, there are also certain days when you feel like you are working towards nothing. I have always had this feeling that when I'm working from home, I'm not interacting with a lot of people, and the only connections and the only conversations that I have are Zoom calls. I really feel that on certain days, I miss the conversations that you could have with people. There was a time when I had a job and I was working from office, and during those days, I used to meet colleagues on a daily basis. I used to hang out with them. I used to have lunch with them. And I got to know about them so much that a Zoom meeting or a Google Meet could never teach me about them. The idea of working from home is very closely associated to financial freedom. When I talk about financial freedom, you think about people working from their laptops on sunny beaches, on yachts, working with people, and all of these things. These kinds of ideas have been glorified so much that it almost feels like when you're working from home, you need to have a yacht, you need to be working from that kind of a vacation based place where you definitely need to have a laptop in your one hand and a drink in the other. This is not the goal that you need to be achieving from day one. When you are pretty young, in your early days, you don't necessarily need to seek work from home from day one. When you are around people, you understand how they act, what they prefer, what are the different kinds of people who you could meet, and what are the people who you like and dislike. This teaches you a lot about yourself and the people around you. But if you're working from home from day one and have no office or physical experience, you most definitely end up being trapped in your own space and you don't even feel like you want to mingle with any other person. Working from office taught me a lot about people, and working from home taught me a lot about myself. And I believe both of the experiences were pretty important for me. But I don't recommend seeking the idea of working from home from day one, because in most cases, the kind of life and the kind of videos that you see, the people who are offering you the idea of working from home, it most definitely takes away the social interaction from you, and you don't end up learning a lot about yourself as well as other people. In the initial days when I was working from home, I was very productive. I used to fire up Notion every single morning, decorate my life in such a way where morning 7 to 8 I had to do this, 8 to 10 I had to check emails, 10 to 11 I had to do focus work, 1 I had to do lunch and all of those things throughout the day. I very soon realized that I don't need to work that way. I can also chill on some days and I can take care of myself, not box my life so much that I have to measure every single minute of my day. And as soon as I started doing that, I also started becoming a little bit more complicit. And those kinds of things are something which could slowly become a habit. Being complicit and comfortable with your own work in your own space is not a wrong thing at all. But very quickly, you can also become trapped in your own space. Now, of course, I don't like the idea of wearing ties, suits, and blazers every single day. But at the same time, you really fall into that kind of a trap where you don't take a lot of things very seriously. Everything from your attire to habits to everything else can become a trap for you when you're not taking care of yourself properly. Another problem that I have seen with a lot of people who are working from home is that they end up gaining a lot of weight. I've also seen a lot of people who kind of neglect their physical and mental health so much that they end up gaining weight. They end up taking the stress of their entire work to themselves, not have anybody to share it with, and gain so much weight that it becomes physically difficult for them to lose it. And every single day becomes a challenge because you have the option of ordering food from your own home, you have the option of binge eating, you have the option of taking long lunch breaks and watching TV shows while eating at the same time. All these three things that I have mentioned, I have also been very guilty of these three things, and I believe that there are certain things that you realize and learn with time only. There's no rule book or a handbook that can teach you these things from the very beginning. So if you're working from home, I would really love to hear your story. I would really love to understand how you are working, what is your daily schedule like. Working from home is definitely pretty liberating. I like to do it and I see myself doing it for a really long period of time. But it's just that at the end of the day, there are a few fine adjustments that you have to make in order to get the most out of your schedule. So that's it for now. I'll probably see you in the next video. Take care.
I was trying to be helpful.
George, shut up.
Agreed.